then your enemy is the world of Danganronpa itself. It's not stupid. Isn't this what you all wanted? What are you guys talking about? Danganronpa characters can only live in the Danganronpa setting.
Well, duh. It's so you'd all play the killing game. You just forgot is all, 'cause of the flashback light we used on you. But that's not your only role. You're also the audience's camera, huh? I told you guys already. You can't get rid of memories with flashback lights. Yeah, there'll be no more killing. So let's all just stay here together.
It is so very peaceful. And so? It is so very boring. Do you understand now? The meaning of the words, your enemy is Danganronpa. The rest of you are no different. You auditioned, and were selected as well. Oh. Are you giving up already? Yes, that is so. I will let you decide the two who will survive. But this is fine. Our audience loves despair, so this will please them too.
Yeah. Everyone in this whole peaceful world watches this show. We created this ultimate real fiction, so Danganronpa could fulfill that need. Every person in the outside world watching this is a huge Danganronpa fan. Everyone loves the killing games. This killing game is for everyone, so it's everyone's killing school semester. Yep. Your talents are a bunch of lies. I mean, they suited you to a certain extent, but mostly in a placebo effect sort of way. Kinda like a form of auto-suggestion. You know, like if you do it, it'll all work out. Then, per the rules, the killing school semester will continue until only 2 students remain. Then this killing game will end, of course. I think everyone will feel a lot better after they vote for Kibo.
Danganronpa's gone on so long because the whole world enjoys and supports it. Yeah. The company that makes Danganronpa is called Team Danganronpa. Please, everyone, take a look at this. It's two-way communication that lets you participate in the program from home. Even if we make new flashback light motives for you, you'd know they're lies. I want to stay here with you.
This is the world of Danganronpa, you know? No shit we're playing the killing game. Can't you tell? It's the title of the current Danganronpa you guys are doing. The people you used to be are gone. You're fictional characters now, and every move you made was dictated by the audience's answers to that survey. Well, if you're gonna be a pussy about it, do whatever you want.
All the people in this peaceful world are straight up crazy for this killing game!
A testament to the unquenchable thirst this blood-soaked world has for Danganronpa. Your immaterial existence is a fabrication, independent of your actual flesh and blood. Well done! Yes, indeed that is the truth! However, even if you do escape to the outside world, you will find it most unwelcoming. Such foolishness! To cast your life away is the height of stupidity. To choose death is to blaspheme against life itself!
I'm me, no one else. I'm Hajime Hinata. This is the talent of the ultimate cosplayer. You were average students with no talent. Just like me. Even if your body is real, your identities, personalities, talents, and past are all fiction. This is fiction. There's no greater meaning. Then, let's settle this. You can't throw away your futures.
This killing game is the latest entry in Danganronpa.
The long-awaited sequel that everyone has been waiting for.
But it's not just your talents. It's your personalities, families, memories. However,
All your friends are fictional too.
that function exists to keep the audience entertained.
That's right. Me, that nasty pig barf, and everyone else are all fictional. Did you forget what season of Danganronpa this is? You guys are dumber than ants. What? You don't know what that is? Is your brain leaking oil or something? Ugh, it's so gross I could just barf. But that's the whole point of Danganronpa. It's just 2 measly sacrifices, and then the rest of you losers can leave the academy. There's no reason to go outside. Let's stay here together.
No greater meaning to death. No greater meaning to life. It's all fiction. There's no meaning to be found in any of it. Then it's despair. You're going to choose despair to end the killing game? How boring.
The killing game will never end. Never ever! As long as I'm around, it'll never end. It'll repeat over and over and over. Why would I let something this fun ever end? I want to have more fun. As long as it's fun, we have to keep doing it. That's just simple supply and demand.
Such despair.
Right the fuck here! Sorry to keep you waiting. Even if nobody was waiting. Even if it makes you go, what? Again? The diva of despair takes the stage once more. Junko Enoshima, the 53rd. Sorry about that. You can go ahead and forget about Tsumugi Shirogane. Sorry to all her fans out there. If any of you even exist, that is.
Tsumugi Shirogane was nothing more than a cover for me. The mastermind.
Calling her your friend? Ugh, it's laughable, really. Really, I'm gonna laugh. I know, right? Oh, does it make you fall into despair? Well, does it?
As history repeats itself, so does Junko Enoshima.
As you can see, I am a perfect reproduction of Junko Enoshima. No, a perfect reproduction. Oh, don't say mean things like that. Besides, killing me never ends the game. What? It's already over? Oh, but I just showed up. Oh, that. Right. Yeah, I definitely messed that up. Sorry about that. So, the viewers? Okay, so first, I'll start with the event that inspired me to plan this killing game.
That was about the time the meteorite impact started intensifying. I knew of Hope's Peak Academy's Gopher project, and my inner Junko told me.
That's when I took over the killing game I devised. I forced those selected as humanity's last hope to play my killing game. Huh? Comrade? Junko Enoshima doesn't have comrades. The remnants of despair are just a bunch of despair fanboys and fangirls.
But I am despair itself.
I am a god of despair. Kokichi was just one of my believers. What a hopeless existence he led. To the end, he had no idea the object of his worship was right under his nose. We were the last 16 people alive, you know. Who could be watching? Humanity is gone. I just perfectly reproduced my own killing game is all. Just like the old Junko. The original was meant to be shown, so that's how I made mine. Yep, that's it.
There are no survivors of humanity. Things are just as you recalled.
That is the truth of the Ultimate Academy killing game! Huh? What do you mean by that? You think your memories are wrong? Yeah, it was me! Junko Enoshima enrolled in Hope's Peak Academy as the ultimate fashionista. But my real identity was the ultimate despair. In order to cover the world in despair, I put my plans the ultimate despair! Junko Enoshima! To spread despair over the entire world! Coincidences sure are scary. Everyone misremembered the same thing. Ugh, does it even matter? I'm bored already. But boo-hoo. When I, the one who started it all, died, events were set in motion. Oh, I have some bad news about that. The events that my death set in motion are only now reaching their climax. It just means those documents were written all half-assed. There's no need to worry about it. Your memories are all correct. That's right. We were all students of Hope's Peak Academy. Oh, an inconsistency? Do tell. Yes, he loved me more than anyone. Like an obsessed fan hiding in the bushes. So where's your proof he wasn't a remnant of despair? Then what was it for? Well, that is what it means. That's why everything up till now has been lies. That's the truth. Fake. You guys don't have anything to do with Hope's Peak Academy.
Looking back, it was a mistake to have you remember Hope's Peak.
It's hopelessly the worst. Good job, Mr. Detective. You got it. Well, it wasn't just that memory. It was all of them up till now. New mysteries and truths turned to motivation. Motivation drives a story. Everything from the flashback lights was just motivation to move you forward. But I guess it was fake motivation. This class trial was like that too, wasn't it? Why was it you were so motivated to do it? Because you got a memory from one of the flashback lights, right? Hey, what was it you guys remembered from it again? At first, you ran away from the Gopher Project, humanity's last hope. But then, you bravely chose to accept your fate. You took on all the wishes of your friends and family. And now, you remember how you got here. You remembered that you had all been entrusted with the world's hope. Right? Remembering the weight of that hope should have made you feel stronger. I have to escape. I'll never give up. I won't be defeated by the mastermind.
This is a killing game.
A death game where emotions run like blood. If the participants aren't trying their best to live, it's just not very exciting. Yeah, who knows? My plans for Mankind's last killing game kinda just fell apart. So figure out why on your own. This is a class trial after all. Huh? What's not to understand? Became me. What about that don't you get? It'd be kinda lame if that was all the big bad mastermind could do. Our title is the 53rd, as this is the 53rd game we have masterminded. It was supposed to be a hint, but whatever. I'm over it. Could it be you fell into despair? How about that? You in despair yet? It will be troublesome for us if you don't despair under our rule. Danganronpa's all about despair! The reason this killing game's so popular, why it's gone on for 53 seasons. That reason is despair. Viewers flock to see your despair.
That's why all those people out there look so happy! See?
This pleases us. It is a despair fit for Danganronpa. What? Huh? What hope? Ugh, jeez, how annoying.
If the audience surrogate falls into despair, then the audience does too.
By making you fall into despair, I can make the entire world fall into despair. My despair will turn from fiction to fact and destroy reality itself.
Isn't that just the most delightful despair?
No one could have imagined an end this hopeless. I already fucking told you! The outside world only wants despair! What is this? Ugh, how annoying. Hope? That's not popular. If Kibo, representing hope, is punished, and I, representing despair, win, fuck yeah! How about that despair? But if I, representing despair, am punished, and Kibo, representing hope, wins, together, okay, the world outside craves despair. Everyone wants to feel despair. This despair's gonna fuck up reality itself.
Huh? How's not giving up gonna help you, huh? Huh?
The final vote! It's all gonna end here. You and your shitty hope. What about despair? Big sis! We have appeared. Is that okay? Such despair.
What?
That's right. Junko.
There's no need to worry about the people backstage. It's because the world is so peaceful that this killing game is necessary. You guys are behind in your studies. The audience knew the answer right away. You can't go back home, because there is no such place. You said it, bro. However, that was a splendid plotline. Now tell me, what is your inner voice? Speak clearly and enunciate. However, you must follow the rules. The game will continue until the final two. That's right. The punishment isn't the problem right now. The problem is...
All of those events took place within a fictional world known as Danganronpa. They've all been watching this killing game transpire. With so much peace, people have become bored. They need stimulation. It was at that point that the prologue of this story began. Do you finally understand? You are all flesh and blood fictional characters. Your inner voice allows communication between yourself and the audience. There's no way to spread hope to an audience that watches killing games. Flashback lights can only overwrite old memories with new ones. You don't need to choose the hard way. No one expects you guys to do that. You can't do that. All three of you will be killed if you do.
What? Did the letter in there throw you off? Well, I guess that happens. But isn't it just rad how it looks like a letter, but it's really a number? Yeah, you wouldn't remember, but you guys were all from the outside world. All right, let me explain what's gonna happen after the vote. It was rough for me too.
Yeah, this is just cosplay. Anyway, back to our conversation. You guys can just relax. The world hasn't been destroyed. That's impossible. Didn't I tell you that you have no homes to go back to? It's all fiction, created by the flashback light. The only place we fictional characters can live is in this fictional world. Only in this world. Only in Danganronpa. So no matter how many motives we provide, it's more likely that nothing will happen. Come on, let's stay together, please.
So then, what does this mean? If what I said was the truth, then Hope's Peak Academy was... But fiction is just fiction. Danganronpa's just fiction. Shuichi, what do you think? What number killing game is this? What season do you think we're on? You should be able to tell from the logo. You're just fictional characters created solely for this killing game.
Can you really say none of this is fictional now? It's times like these you need to look to your friends for support. The final battle between hope and despair. In order for hope to win, there needs to be one more sacrifice. Shuichi, Maki, and Himiko. One of them has to sacrifice themselves, or hope can't win. Hope is contagious! Hold on, everyone. If we keep thinking, we can find a better ending, and...
What? You've never heard of Danganronpa? We're all characters in it. The ones managing this killing game aren't psychos like the remnants of despair. Yes, that's right. You're all fictional too. For example, even Kaito's illness was given to him as part of his character. You can all live happily ever after in the academy. Let's all stay together. Are you saying that it's okay for everyone to die together?
And that's how we put on a cosplay performance for everyone to see. A cosplay performance of the whole wide Danganronpa world. They're literal managers. Literally. You guys out there beyond the fourth wall already knew that, right? Oh, what's the matter? Are you in despair? Do you got the guts to make such a heartless choice?
This whole Danganronpa story was just stuffed into your memories. And that's why we made your character and had you join the gang. For example, an unbreakable vow of brotherhood is just a simple plotline. Even if you sacrifice yourself, you still need one more. It's a death game. What the fuck you gonna do?
But it's not just any killing game. It's a killing game that takes place in the real world, propped up by fiction. Because you're just like us. You only exist within the world of Danganronpa. You're just normal, average, everyday people with no ultimate talent whatsoever. When you guys came to this academy for the first time, you were just boring, everyday high school students. What could be more horrible than a fictional despair eroding the real world? Yes, that is a problem. The class trial is in disarray because Monokuma broke a rule. After all, even if despair wins, the killing game still won't end. But what about hope?
It's in the title credits at the start, too, which means your ultimate talents are all just fiction. I believe it was right after you all received your ultimate wardrobe. Even if that choice ends in your suffering, can you choose which two will survive? Can you choose which two will be sacrificed? You would throw your life away for that?
Of course, those you see here are only a fraction of our total viewers. That's why I've limited myself to only cosplaying as Hope's Peak characters. That is your inner voice's true nature. The results of an audience survey. That would be a meaningless death. You mean to live your lives for them as well.
It's just like Shuichi said. This was all arranged because people want to see it. It's not strange at all that you'd want to be part of the show you love. That's fiction, too. It's called a backstory. How about we start over and have a special vote? Won't you stay here together? I definitely won't let you!
For that reason, you all believed that work of fiction was, in fact, reality. Since this is the 53rd season, one would expect to see a multitude of characters. Everyone remembered thanks to the first flashback light. You were all given personalities, talents, and upbringings to create your characters. Much like that delightful documentary, Making a Murderer, a character created to bring excitement to the killing game. Much like myself. Silence! Weep not over spilt milk. Do you understand now? Even if you choose hope, you will still suffer.
Check it out! Even my voice sounds exactly the same. Is it sinking in yet? This killing game is just the 53rd season of Danganronpa, because that was her character. It's the same for me, too. For this season of Danganronpa, the main gimmick is audience participation. Whatever, man. We've made it this far together. Let's just do one last vote.
And if that's not enough of a hint, just feast your eyes below my belt. Nothing we can do about it, I'm afraid. Danganronpa's that kind of property. So the killing game swelled with excitement. Even my pants started to swell too. Oh, Kibo, mon petit doudou! My cosplay is a perfect reproduction. There's no reason to pull out of school. Only losers pull out. Ain't it better to just let it end with despair?
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history never happened. Hope's Peak, the Future Foundation, and the remnants of despair do not exist. That is what the world desired from you. But boring, everyday characters have no right to be in Danganronpa, so you are all made more suitable for your new roles. Just like how there's no Togami Corporation in the real world. As I said, all your memories are nothing but fiction. Because it's all fiction. None of it actually happened in the real world. Trapped in a fictional Danganronpa-inspired world and forced to play the killing game. Your hometowns, your families, your friends, they never existed in the first place. Perhaps that thought is just another work of fiction, following along my outline.
The outside world is peace itself. There's no despair or wars and... Yeah. You were all so excited when you were selected. This'll be a vote to determine how this story ends. Even if you went outside, there'd be no point. You've been fighting so hard to survive, but now you're gonna give up? What? Suicide is suicide, no matter what your reason is.
In other words, it's ultimate real fiction. Still don't get it? You just need to ask yourselves one question. Who the hell are you guys? All fiction. That's what a backstory is. The outside world wants to see horrible setups and payoffs. You guys have to decide whether this story ends in hope or despair. Even if you won't give up, as long as you don't sacrifice someone else.
But it's not just normal cosplay, because I can perfectly replicate the character. Nah, that ain't happening. I told you that ain't happening, you dumb sea urchin-headed... Wait, that's me. So you got nowhere to return! All that stuff's fiction too! Well, I guess it makes sense you wouldn't believe all this stuff. Actually doing stuff the characters would is totally part of that. No need to worry! Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. You guys really want to commit suicide? Man, why do you guys want to die so badly? My predictions are always correct 30% of the time. Hey! Wait for me!